So, what is my musical IQ? Let's find out.
Welcome to Tune Fever, baby.
Okay, so we're about to take a test that some dudes at Harvard are doing. I guess what they're trying to do is determine musical intelligence as a predictor for like success as a musician or something. It tests things. Yeah, I've been seeing it around on the internet. It tests like pitch perception and some other things. You'll see as we get into it. And so will I. I've not taken the test before. I did watch a YouTube video by Adam Neely who did this test, and that's where I got the link to this test, and I thought it'd be interesting to try for myself. So I think let's just kind of hop into it. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, which should be happening now. Okay, terrific. So this is the test, making it full screen here. So what's going on is, I guess you can read that if you want. They're gonna basically quiz me. So I'll listen to some stuff and then I'll select whatever I think is correct based on what they're testing. Have I played this game before? No. How much do I enjoy music? Over here. How good do you think your music listening skills are? I'm pretty good at this. There. Press any key to continue. So my volume is up. Let's go. Mario. Nice. What is my gender? How old are you? I am that one. Nobody likes you when you're 23. You. I'm sure this is all very interesting. You'd probably make the quiz significantly more difficult if you change the language. Do I have a hearing impairment? Not really. I play drums and that's pretty loud, so there might be a little. When you are singing, can you tell if you're out of tune or off key? Yeah, I also sing. Can you tap in time with a musical beat? Yeah. Tell us about the place where you're playing this game. Pretty dang quiet. Pretty much just me. My wife's outside with her class right now, but it's just me in the house. Am I wearing headphones? The answer is no. Because I couldn't exactly figure out how to do this test with headphones on and let you guys hear what I hear. But I have the microphone over here pointed at me and at the computer, so hopefully you guys can hear some of the stuff that I'm hearing as we go along. So, testing 1 of 3. Hearing tuning in music. For each question on this test, you'll hear 2 examples of the same music. Sometimes the singer will be in tune, sometimes the singer will be out of tune. And my job is to choose the example where the singer is more out of tune. Okay. First, let's listen to some examples. All right. That's spicy. Yeah, I don't think you can find those notes on a piano. So let's see. Let's practice. You'll hear unless it's a badly tuned piano or something, or just an oddly tuned piano. I'm aware of some people who tune pianos for a specific song or something. Gosh, let's practice. You'll hear 2 examples of the same music. In one example, the singer will be in tune, and in the other example, the singer will be out of tune. My job is to choose the out of tune. Here goes. So goodbye to Bolero, my sentimental friend. I don't know when I will drop the needle on you again. So goodbye to Bolero, my sentimental friend. I don't know when I will drop the needle on you again. So the more out of tune one was the first one. Yay. Okay. Second one was out of tune. Yippee. Are you ready to continue? Or would you like to do the practice questions again? Okay, so this must be the real thing. I don't think I can repeat the example, so I have to listen pretty hard. More out of tune.
I could fly through the sky on the open sea. I could fly through the sky on the open sea.
This is actually really funny sometimes. So on that one, the melody is kind of weird, but the second one seems more out of tune to me.
I know your voice. I hear from the depths of the void.
Sounds weird.
I know your voice. I hear from the depths of the void.
All right. So the vocals are more buried in this one, so it was a little harder to hear. Yeah. First one was more out of tune.
Stay as long as you like. It's the same occasion. Stay as long as you like. It's the same occasion.
Well, they both sounded okay. I think the first one was a little more out of tune, but it was easier to hear towards the beginning of the clip than towards the end. But I'm going to try that. Okay.
Everybody sing. This is the reggae dream. Got no work until tomorrow. This is the reggae dream. Oh, everybody sing. This is the reggae dream. Got no work until tomorrow. This is the reggae dream. Oh.
I think the second one's more out of tune. There were certain, I think the whole thing was not quite, like, I think tuning for the singing a song like that isn't quite the point. So it's an interesting question. Let me try the second one and see what happens. Oh.
Guess I'm a man of my word, despite what you might have heard about me. Guess I'm a man of my word, despite what you might have heard about me.
I think the first one was more out of tune. Okay. That was very difficult because they're kind of quiet vocals, and that last note that he's saying is particularly difficult. I'm going to guess the first. All right. think I want to say I had issues with both. I wish I could hear it again. Are you wanting to come inside?
Yeah. I was just waiting.
That kind of screwed me up for this test.
Sorry.
I guess because I had problems with both tunings for that one, so I'm gonna guess the first. Cool.
It's bad enough when one has got a hold on you, but two for two, these two have got me singing the blues. It's bad enough when one has got a hold on you, but two for two, these two have got me singing the blues.
Oh boy, I think they're close. Maybe the second one was more out of tune. Nope, it wasn't. I think I'm pretty solid that it's the second one on this. Cool. Weird. I don't think if I would have heard either one of those, I would have taken great exception. Maybe the first one. Cool.
I love my husband, Clyde Park Star. He takes me driving and then leaves me in the car. I love my husband, Clyde Park Star. He takes me driving and then leaves me in the car.
I think the second one was a little flatter, but there were other. I think the whole thing was a bit off in both, maybe. Okay. Well, that was the completion of the tuning perception test, and I did miss 2 or 3. I think 3. All right, next up. This test is about hearing the beat in music. Okay. As a drummer, this is the type of thing where if I totally biff this, I'd be like embarrassing or something. But I don't know. Let's see how it goes. One question on each question, we'll play you 2 examples of music. Each example will have a beep track playing along with the music. In some examples, the beeps will be on the beat, and in other examples, they will not be on the beat. Your job is to tell us which of the examples has the most beeps, has the beeps that are the most on the beat. Sometimes it will be very hard to tell. Okay, interesting. So my job is the on the beat ones. I'm choosing the good ones this time. Well, you know what? Let's go. First, we'll listen to my examples. I don't like these beeps. They last too long. The end of the beeps is weird to me. They need to have like a short sharpness, but they go beep, beep, beep. They last pretty long, and that's kind of frustrating to me. Let's keep... Okay, I get it. Okay, the first one was on the beat. It sounded like the second one was like the 8th note after the beat or the 16th note after the beat or something. Okay. Second one. Sweet. Continue. Okay, next. The main test. Here goes. Second. second one. First. First again. It's the second one. That one was hard. I guess the first. Let's see. Okay. Wow. That's another hard one. I think the first again. No. I think the first one. Ugh. I like the second one better because it, like, a song like that is about like kind of being behind the beat and like settling into that. And so I like the second one better, but it makes me doubt whether it's more on the beat. Okay, cool. Okay. Well, apparently we're feeling jazz on 1 and 3 instead of 2 and 4, where the hi-hat is in the song. If this is a joke, it's kind of funny. If it's not a joke, probably not a very well-researched answer or question, but the second one. The same problem, the first. Weird, because that's another one of those where you want to be behind the beat when you're playing a song like this. I guess first. Incorrect. This does not sound good. Sounds better. Yeah. Huh. Second one. Second one. I think I did about the same. I probably missed 3 or 4 in that one. Maybe I did a bit worse. Very interesting. Okay, this test is about hearing melodies in music. For each question on this test, you'll hear the same tune 3 times. Each time the tune will be in a different key. This is like singing a song in a higher or lower voice. But one of the tunes will be the odd one out. It will have his notes changed. So it's 3 times. Your job is to choose the odd one out. So I'm anticipating that if the first 2 are different, then the third one is going to match either the second one or the first one. And that sounds challenging. I think because this is the one that you're comparing 3 different things instead of just 2. That's weird. Let's try. So what is this called? Does it have a name? Hearing melodies in music. Okay. Okay, huh. Yeah, so it was the second one. Let's practice with some new melodies. Here goes. Those are both the same. So the third one will be different. So that one was not difficult. The first 2 kind of had that we fit nicely within the diatonic world, major scale world. And then that, I think the last one had like a little flat 6 in it, was it? So here goes. So what I noticed this time is that 2 and 3 were diatonic, but 1 had a weird note in it. So 1's the odd one out because of that. But I'm not sure it's because I remember the melody very well at all. It was kind of a strange one. It took this kind of jump to a higher note that's like, huh, weird. But yeah. So on that one, I was just listening to diatonicism or whatever that word is. Oh, that wasn't even the real test. Okay. Ready to continue. Don't worry if you find the questions difficult. Okay. Yeah, let's have some fun. Let's try it. Those were the same. So that one was not difficult. Those were the same. Different interval there. We're going with 3. That was weird. 2 was odd. So this is, you have to remember 3 all the way back to 1. But that one was okay. Sounded weird. I want to say the first one was odd. That's got to be the wrong one. It's 2. That's really long. Okay, maybe I'll go with 2. I really don't know. I thought I heard like a dominant 7th in there, and in 2, I thought I like didn't hear a dominant thing, but I heard it in 1 and 3. That's where this is coming from. I'm wrong. So should be number 1. The melody towards the beginning ascended, but I believe I remember the one on number 1 descending. Cool. That's got to be the wrong one, the 3rd one. Yeah. I think number 1. So number 2 had a larger intervallic jump towards the beginning. That's what this is based off. I think those are the same. Wish I could hear them again. It does this thing where it starts in minor and then it does a major 3rd interval as the second to last note. Since I thought 1 and 2 sounded the same, I'll just guess 3. Okay, missed some of those. So I guess I've finished the test. Nice work on these 3 tests. We have a few questions for you before you complete your scores. Have you experienced chills or goosebumps in response to music? Yes, often. When you were little, how often did your parents sing to you? Pretty much never, but I don't really know. 3 days or less. That must be the one. Think of your skill at making music, instrument, or singing. How would you rate your own skill? I have a lot of skill. On an average day, how much time do you spend making music, using a musical instrument, or singing? This could be by yourself or with other people. Depends on the day. Today, I've basically just been doing homework all day long. I'll call it an hour to 2 hours every day because that's about the average, maybe you could say. How familiar are you with traditional music from around the world? I'm more familiar with some than others, but I'm definitely not really gonna say I know that much. Like when it comes to like music from a certain place, like I definitely don't have a top 50 albums within like, you know, Chinese classical or something, or like Central American music, or like the music from Colombia with those like weird guitar instruments that are called cuatros that people play like crazy. You know, I have like certain things that I like. I know several weird instruments. I don't quite, I'm going to say I'm traditional music from around the world. I should probably say somewhat, because I don't think that it's general knowledge to know what an oscillato instrument is or what a pipa is or things like that. Maybe I should say somewhat, but that would be kind of optimistic, I think, but I'm going to say it. Ever taken music lessons? Yeah, I took 3 years of piano in grade school. What instrument did you study in your music lessons? That one. How old were you? I don't really remember. I think I took it for 3 or 4 years. I'll just say 8. That seems right-ish. Or maybe 7. I think 8. When did you start music lessons? Why? My friends were starting music lessons is the real a friend. I have a friend named Colton Storr who took piano lessons, and I thought that was neat. And our moms chatted, and I got started on piano lessons. So that's, and I also wanted to, but my friends were definitely the influence. I would say it's that one, yeah. How much did you enjoy your music lessons? I appreciate them a lot, and I liked my teacher a lot. I basically liked them a lot, yeah. I mean, there were some times when I'd get frustrated practicing and I'd just bang on the piano and my mom would yell at me. Not really, but, you know, so I'd get frustrated, but it was basically a great experience. Think about your peers in the time when you first did music lessons. How did your musical skills compare to theirs? I didn't exactly communicate with peers, and yeah, I mean, here's what happened when I was in when I got into 6th grade. Basically, I wanted to join the school band, and I said, I want to play guitar, because I've been wanting to play guitar since forever. And the reason I actually got piano lessons, because we asked a guy for guitar lessons, and he instructed that we should learn piano first, or that I should, and so I did that as like a step to guitar. So when I wanted to go to band in 6th grade, they asked me what instrument I want to play, and I said guitar. And they said, well, this is a concert band. We don't have guitar. So I said, after that, I said piano, because I already played some piano by that time. And they said, well, this is a concert band. We don't have a piano, but we do have the percussion section that has things like mallet percussion and things. And so whenever I got into that, all of us 6th grade percussionists, there were probably 9 of us or so, and there were 2 of us that took piano lessons, and we had a head start ahead of everybody else who was like brand new to the whole thing. So in that way, me and the other kid who took piano lessons were a lot better than them right off the bat. And then I guess continuing from there, I was like the first chair pretty much the way through school, with the exception of my freshman year of high school, because there were some seniors that were very good. I think I should say a lot, I guess. It's a weird idea and weird question. Have you ever had any music theory training? Only YouTube videos. I didn't necessarily learn music theory. I kind of learned the classical thing. I learned my scales. I learned how to do the sheet reading and arpeggios, and you know, I learned those sorts of things in piano lessons. But in terms of music theory, these are things that I taught myself from the internet. So have I ever taken music theory training? I've never taken like a class. I've taught people music theory classes in schools, like middle schools. But I've never, take. So it's weird, like, because from YouTube, I feel like I've gotten a lot of music theory training. But have I ever had any music theory training the answer is no, none. So maybe I should say, I don't know which I should say. I guess as it applies to this test, I used my music theory a lot during taking this test. So maybe in that way I should say a lot. So I'll do that. On an average day, how much time do you spend listening to music and or watching videos that include music? More than 4 hours. That's safe. Yeah. Do you think you have perfect pitch? The answer is no. Sometimes people refer to this as absolute pitch. Absolutely not. No, I definitely don't have perfect pitch. I don't. Do you currently have any illnesses, disabilities, or health conditions? Yes, I have coronavirus. What is the highest level of education that you have completed? I'm in college right now. So let me find that one. That one. Highest level of education that you have completed. What? Highest level of education that you have completed. I guess I should say, oh, that I've completed would be high school. I'm going to say some college. I probably could have said anything there. How do you describe your race? I'm white. My Hispanic, no, I'm not. Household income, I don't know. Not much. Would you like to participate in a follow-up study in the future? If so, please enter your email address. Whatever. I'll find the follow-up in the future. So I'm not going to leave feedback right now. I just want my results. My musical IQ is 119. You did as well or better than 89.74% of people. That seems okay, right? So let's look at these scores. Oh, I did the worst in beat alignment. That's embarrassing. So my mistuning perception was a 120. Ooh, it gives you a percentage here. It won't show me 123's percentile ranking though, which is a little bit frustrating. But I guess for mistuning perception, I'm between 90.88 and 95.22 in terms of my percentile rank, which seems pretty good. Beat alignment this is hilarious. Yeah, so looks like I'm like in an 80%. So yeah, that's kind of funny to me. Melodic discrimination, which is, yeah, I kind of thought this one was hard. I guess I did pretty well. Something like 92, I guess you could say. So, and I wonder what this is. Weird. I've never really seen a graph like that. Oh, it's 3 dimensions. So my beat alignment's up there. Melodic discrimination. Wow, this is cool. And mistuning. So I think I made it over on that kind of section of the graph over in that corner, and I think that's a good corner to end up in. So, well, interesting. I think I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to leave a link to this kind of neat, kind of weird test in the description box. I would say that there's some things about it that are pretty wrong. And obviously, I don't really consider that this test was super predictive of anything really. But then again, I've never tried to write a test that could really collect data in any significant way. So I had a good time. This was interesting. Try it out for yourself. And bye.